Name's Corporal Adrian Shephard, 22. I'm a member of the U.S. Marine Corps. Well, and I'm a member of a special force, the HECU, Hazardous Environment Combat Unit. The equipment that I have at all times is night vision goggles, a power combat vest, and full facial gas mask and helmet. Along with me, I'm packing an assortment of weapons along my path. You may be wondering what these weapons are. Well, I'll tell you. I'm holding a pipe wrench, combat knife, barnacle grapple, 9mm pistol, Desert Eagle submachine gun, shotgun, RPG, hand grenades, laser trip mines, satchel charges, snarks, M249 squad atomic weapon, M40A1 sniper rifle, spore launcher, shock roach, and displacer cannon. You may be wondering how I'm holding all of that. Well, it's a secret. I was in a place. I looked around. My last mission, back in Black Mesa, well, my first mission, went foobar. Everything went to shit. It hit the fan. Aliens attacked. And then guess what? Now, I'm in some other place where this G-Man fellow sent me, tossed me aside. And now, I'm nothing, is what he said. Now that he had Freeman or whatever. I'm in Canterlot. Well, I learned that later. As I began walking, with my submachine gun in hand, I look around. I look left, I look right. There's ponies, but to be honest, half the shit I've seen, most of my friends dying, I'm not really surprised anymore. Even going to their world, that alien world, it left something. So, to be honest, I'm not surprised. I'm never going to be surprised. Well, I mean, it's not true unless something crazy happens and I end up fighting some god. As I'm walking through the streets, ponies are looking at me. They're scared, shocked, surprised. What he wasn't aware of is that the guard had already alerted the princess of what was going on. And eventually, he'd met another force. "You there! Thing! Monster! Halt!" Adrian turned his head and looked. He saw 2 ponies. Actually, never mind, scratch that. 5 ponies, wearing full plated armor, with spears. Adrian smirked. He knew damn well sure that if he wanted to, he could probably wipe out this entire town. But that wasn't him. He looked at them and said, "Yes? What do you need?" They looked at him in surprise and shock that this beast could talk. They look at him and say, "Lay down your weapon." What they assumed was a weapon. And then go get against the wall. He let out a hearty laugh and said, "You really think that I'm going to listen to you?" He aimed his rifle at them. got into a defensive stance and said, "If anything, you're gonna listen to me, buddy. Where am I?" He said, "You're in Equestria." "Where's that?" "You're in the kingdom of Canterlot." "What planet am I on?" "You're on the planet of Equus." He tapped his chin and thought, "Damn. Shit. He wasn't really surprised. He sat there and wondered for a bit. He really did wonder what he was going to do now. He was probably miles and miles and miles away. And he didn't really have much. All he had was his training, his rifle, and his gear. That was practically it. No one to depend on, no one to trust, only himself. But the one thing he didn't want to do is start firing off rounds. These creatures were sentient. That much he knew. They could talk, they had law, order, buildings. He says, "I'm just going to back away, and you're going to stay. I'm going to back away, and you're going to stay right where you are, buddy." He says, "Don't think you can get..." As he took one hoof step forward, Corporal shot. He fired off one round, landing right near his hoof, causing the pony to yelp and jump back, away from the spot and the loud noise. "Unless you want that to be your face, I suggest you fuck off. You fuck right off." They scampered, knowing that whatever magic he had was truly devastating. They were going to wait for reinforcements. As he walked around, he saw the words tavern. He knew it just meant a bar. He strolled about, walking inside, sitting down. All the ponies that were in there screamed and ran out. The bartender was still behind the counter, cowering. Corporal Shephard sat down, and knocked about 3 times on the bar. The pony gently lifted his head up and said, "Yes, sir." "Look, I'm a man in service. I've served my country and now I'm out of place. I've lost all my friends. Can I just get a drink? I may not have any money, but if it's not too hard, can I just have one in the house?" He nodded very gently and poured him a drink. Corporal gently lifted up his gas mask just a little bit and gulped it and began gulping it. Eventually, he heard the sound of somebody entering and getting right up behind him. He grabbed his knife and turned. Before anything could happen, a bright flash, and he swung it air, and he was in a different room. He looked around saying, "Damn, don't tell me it's just those fucking aliens again." "Far from it, Mr. Shephard." He turned and saw a princess. That would probably explain why he's here now. and why I'm having to crack my hand back in place. However, this is how I came, lost yet found. And after a talk with Goddess of Light, the Goddess of the Sun, apparently. Bullshit, I think. She gave me a chance, took me in, but only to hear my story. She was still concerned for her citizens, and I didn't blame her. But this is how I came into Equestria. That's my story so far. Adrian said, as he looked right at Twilight.